First, I'd like to welcome you to beautiful, mostly sunny, and warming Delray Beach, Florida. Our topic today for American Christian Heritage is denominational development. It could be said that the history of the United States is comprised of and displays a dual track. On one hand, there is the virtually purely civil or secular history, consisting of the visible, on the surface events that mark the development of the country. Items such as the Revolutionary War, the Constitutional Convention, adoption of the federal Constitution, the wars of the 19th century, the growth westward, and the wars with Native Americans, and on and on. On the other hand, behind all of those events was the growth of the religious and Christian background upon which many of the secularly visible events were influenced, both in their conduct and outcome. There are the First and Second Great Awakenings, for example, that span the late 1700s through the mid 1800s, the growth of evangelical Christianity and the fervor throughout the country in the mid 18th and 19th centuries. That growth resulted in the reformulation of the denominational structure within the country and also reflects in the rate of denominational divides in order to accommodate differences in interpretation of the Gospels, their implementation, as well as, and perhaps more importantly, the formation of many, many new denominations, independent church groups, which recognizes the differences in the approaches men and women were taking on their own path to godliness and the many nuances in how each of us experiences and accepts their own personal God. As discussed by Dr. Roger Schultz in his series of presentations this week, and incorporating course guidelines that historians must be honest and objective in their research, his lectures on benevolent empire, an introduction to the Avoca Museum, and his presentation on revival and reform showed his overriding theme is consistent with the history of the development of Christian activities, including itinerant ministries, foreign outreach, and internal spiritual development by Americans throughout both the colonial and constitutional maturation. There's no denying that the Christian-based and focused growth, reformulation, and vitality of this country's past, including its denominational growth and development, is continuing through the present and will so well into the future. Thank you.